Hello everyone, my name is Borax the Mighty, and back in 2019, I said this about Sion Support.
Which is why if you go Tank Sion, I'd say that is easily an A+ overall support.
Now if you'd like to see all the opinions that I had about Sion Support back in the day in detail, then I will include the link to that video in the top of the description. But fair warning, I played AP Sion, and there weren't any mythics back then. In today's video, I wanted to see if Sion Support was still a solid option as a tank, and also talk about what items I would recommend. For Tank Sion in the modern era, I would build steel shoulder guards for your income item, and when it comes to boots, it's really going to be situational, but I usually like to go for merc treads or plated steel caps based on the enemy team comps. When it comes to the mythic, I highly recommend Evan Shroud, as I think it's rather busted with the amount of damage you will help your team deal. Then I like to look for items such as Thornmail if the enemies have a lot of healing, and a Knight's Vow to help keep your ADC alive, and now their damage heals you again, which I rather like. Now without further ado, I hope you sit back and relax as we take a trip down memory lane and give Sion Support another try in 2021. We start off the game looking for a level 1 cheese, hoping to find either Pyke or Draven. You know, established a little dominance early. Ezreal says commit, which I agree with. Somehow we hit the most BS Sion Q on that Draven, I'll admit. I immediately exhaust him, try to go in. I try to dodge that Pyke Q. Did not work. Ezreal flashes in after the Draven, and Draven flashes, I flash, and I land a nice Q. I was a little scared I'd miss that, but I don't miss things like that. I also don't dodge Pyke Qs like that. But yeah, just like that, we get first blood. Playing Tank Sion Support for the first time in a long time, and it's feeling pretty good, I'll be honest. Then lane, I see Pyke run into the bush, and I land a full Q onto him, and my Ezreal decides that now is a good time to go into that bush, even though we don't have any vision, gets hit by the full Pyke combo, almost dies, gets ignited, flashes out, heals out, Pyke flashes after him, chasing him. I'm trying my best to peel a Sion. I think I slowed him or knocked him up. I get hooked again. Then I'm saying, like, Lou, let's go in. Like, after I die, I can do some serious damage. I'm like, I'm messing up this Draven. Ezreal probably is right. Doesn't try to go in after me. Too many minions, and I kind of just end up dying for free. But at the same time, I say my Ezreal, so I guess worth. So back in 2019, I said this about Sion's roaming.
Overall, I'd give Sion an S rating for roaming, as there's so many potential chances for you to roam, such as ulting down mid lane, ulting from your lane, or just pressuring and taking down towers.
And honestly, yeah, roaming with ult's pretty good, but roaming without ult's kind of more awkward. Kind of have to hope that you are able to hit a Q, or at least part of a Q, like I did on that Victor, to kill people. As without ult, you're just literally running at them and charging the slowest animation possible. So with other CC, it's not bad, and that's honestly why I don't think you see a lot of Sion jungle. Here we're just trying to shove out mid. I want to get cannon. I'm trying to back out, and Aurelia says, no, now is the time to come in. She kills Nasus without taking like any damage from him except for being slowed, and she takes tons and tons of tower shots and eventually dies. But hey, she gets the kill, and here Pyke just Qs a minion. And I walk out. Not bad. Nowadays that I've played other supports, I think I'd give Sion more an A or A+ range for roaming, because, I mean, it's not bad, but its ult is hard to land, and without ult, it's not the best. Now here I'm coming back to lane after roaming and being gone for a while, I'll admit, and Ezreal shifts and dodges a nice Pyke Q, and I'm trying to find the fight. Don't get any stuns there. As you can see, Aftershock wasn't procced. Draven just keeps walking forward. Ezreal's not taking any damage. Draven's 1 HP in that bush. I don't have a ward, so Ezreal has to flash in. Here I'm trying to peel for him. I get a nice knock up, and bam. Look at that. Clean double. None of us die. Beautiful. One of the problems I've discovered while playing Sion Support in preseason, it's kind of hard to force the issue. Like, for instance, this Pyke just misses Q and I want to engage, so what I have to do is just walk up pretty much, land a slow on Draven, and then we can Q him and kill him. But, I mean, if they're smarter, they're not going to die to that. Then I decide to dive the Pyke, because, I mean, I gotta establish dominance. We get his flash, we get the kill, and I get a tower plate, actually, thanks to zombie form, so very nice. So I spot this Nasus doing dragon, he's been doing it for a while, and I'm like, come on guys, we can kill him. They don't really have prio in any lane. So I walk over, I get my Aftershock proc, I CC him, kind of realize that my teammates weren't able to follow, so I'm a little bit inting, but thankfully Aurelia is coming. Ezreal kind of focuses too hard on the Pyke and doesn't end up getting him. Feels bad. Pyke gets the double execute on both me and Ezreal, but I am able to salvage the play a little with zombie form, which is nice, and it's because I'm playing Tank Sion in this game instead of the AP Sion I used to play, where I'm actually able to get the kill because your zombie form will last a lot longer in tank form than in AP form. Now with Sion's pretty hard to peel for people, so you want to make sure you always have vision up, and speak of the devil, Nasus comes in, he slows me, I just ult out, Ezreal flashes out, we just want to play it safe, we don't want to give the enemy any more kills than we have to. Thankfully though, this Pyke is feeling a lot more generous than we were. Here, me and Ezreal are just chilling, we're trying to push the wave, then he walks up too far, gets Pantheon W'd, which is not ideal, then he gets absolutely blown up by everyone around him. I'm trying to run, Jin Zhao comes in with Eclipse, is doing a ton of damage to people actually. I'm trying to help him as much as I can, I get a little Q there to slow him, secures the kill on Victor. Here, I'm trying to help do some damage. I hit a max charge Q on Draven. Doesn't kill him somehow, but I do kill him with my W and my Aftershock. Then I also die to Pantheon, so not a worth trade for us, but honestly a pretty crazy sequence of events. Here I see Jin Zhao and Victor trying to fight, so I decided to try and hit my ult. But what I said back in 2019 still applies today.
Another problem with Sion Support is that his ultimate can be rather difficult to land without any setup. Here I try my best to hit either Caitlyn or Lux, but I just can't do it because Sion doesn't seem to change direction that quickly.
So yeah, 2 years later and I'm still not hitting my ults. Man, that ability is hard to use. Another thing that can be a bit tricky is trying to land your Q. You might think it hits like there, but he just barely runs out, which was pretty sad, and he's just zooming away from us at max speed. However, not all is lost, as me and Jin Zhao see that Rift Herald is up and we want to do it. Aurelia is leaving, going to mid lane, which is okay. We're not being contested. Pyke gets some vision on us, so it's like, alright. Then Nasus and Pyke come out of nowhere, try to scrap with us. Nasus flash Ws, which is crazy to me, but it absolutely just works. Pyke is also going in on me. I have to run. My team is fighting all the people back there. Volibear and Aurelia. Pyke, for some reason, decides he can beat me 1v1. Maybe if I was AP, buddy, you could beat me, but I'm full tank. My team, sadly, is losing the scrap in the back, which makes sense. They were outnumbered, and Volibear decides it's my fault. So he starts pinning me, because I guess he can't see what's going on. And I was like, nah, buddy. We're not FFing either, just because you're a little grouchy. In this river fight, we're trying to establish control, get the dragon that's spawning soon. I decided to frontline, try and CC people. I do big damage to Draven. Then everyone turns on me, absolutely murders myself. The same thing happens to Pantheon on their team. Then my whole team pretty much comes in and wipes the floor with everyone. So, yeah, I guess focusing the Sion, who also has passive, wasn't really the best idea from the enemy. We get a pretty almost clean ace, and Aurelia is looking to set up a pick. I respawn, I've come to join her. Pyke pretty much comes out of nowhere on my screen, and finds out that there's a lot more people in the neighborhood on our team than his team, so we get an easy pick off on him. It's actually crazy just how tanky Sion Support can be. It's like, I'm support, I'm not supposed to be able to take all of these abilities that are being thrown at me for this long. I mean, granted, I can't really do too much to turn it, but I do get a nice Q off. Somehow, Ezreal snipes that Pantheon, which is beautiful. I'm zoning off Victor, Nasus goes in, tries to finish off Ezreal, which he does, which is a bit unfortunate, but we kill him, and it ends up being a 2 for 2, which is not bad. You know, I said I shouldn't be able to tank all of that damage? Well, it's kind of silly that Pyke is able to just one-shot the Ezreal. Yeah. Well, that happens. You know what else happens? Nasus flashing into us to W me. This guy's kind of silly. I also see Jin Zhao coming in from the side, and I'm like, okay, I don't want him to die just for nothing. So I try to ult in to peel for him. The Nasus W is actually so oppressive. I get Pyke queued back in, and yeah, it's pretty tragic. Shouldn't have gone in with the Jin Zhao, but sometimes you just kind of want to help your broskies out. Later on, the enemy team just kind of ends, so we get Baron. Jin Zhao assassinates Draven. I come in to try and save him. I get tons of CC on that Pantheon. He was never able to move again, which is pretty hilarious. And that felt like a nice ult to land. After we get that nice pick off, Ezreal stays a little too long. He sees the Nasus, but doesn't respect that he has a blast cone there. And he's getting bopped. I'm trying my best to come over peel. I exhaust him. I try and CC him, but it's too late. He just gets absolutely blown up, which is just crazy. And Pike just kind of Qs air. So we still have Baron, and I kind of want to force the issue and end the game before it's over. So I see Draven's a little caught out. I'm forced him to go to the left away from his whole team. Our team does a good job going in on him. Irelia goes in by herself, kind of ints. Luckily she has GA, so it's not a big deal. I'm able to Q 2 people in the back line, providing tons of CC, honestly. Volibear gets a nice flash Q off. I'm trying to flash Q the Victor as well. He goes to the side. Volibear murders him really quickly. AP Volibear. It's something I might need to try out. And yeah, we pretty much just kill everyone and are able to win the game. So overall, Tank Support Sion still pretty solid. Lots of fun. I will be playing AP Support Sion in the next video. Because, I mean, that's what I played in back in 2019. I want to see if it could be decent with the new mythics. It's kind of weird thinking that mythics like weren't always a thing, but yeah, the game's changed a lot, and I think this new mythic is quite good on Sion. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like, please subscribe, it would make my day, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day.